it's weird how they do the school system. So
besides not getting cashed out for snow days, Becky, how was your week?
yes, how was your week, girl? Talk to me. How the ride doing? Is it looking good?
My ride is looking sweet. I don't drive much because I work from home. So for me, the commute is literally going to my spare room to my computer. So yay for having 2 bedrooms where I don't have to have my setup, because otherwise my setup would be here.
So you got all the cats in one room and then you in another room. So how that works?
Your cats better not have their own room.
My cats don't have their own. Cats stay with me. I'll be honest. The cats.
We're gonna
there are 2 cats that would. One of my cats has literally thrown himself at my door before because.
Really?
Yeah, because he wants in. Because he wants to be with me.
Now I've seen it. So look. Yeah. I
have
that.
2 cats that will refuse to sleep anywhere else but with me.
Yeah.
The third one is actually pretty obsessed with me too. There's only 1 cat that will sleep somewhere else.
And yes, that sounds very interesting with the cats and the children.
Well, it's not my fault. You guys are asking me questions. Stop asking questions about my cats if you don't care.
Got the dope man chain on.
What? Oh, 12 millimeter sterling silver. Just a little something, you know.
Yeah, I heard that.
A little something.
What you slanging, homie? What you slanging?
Phones. So as you guys knew from last week, I had the date last Friday.
Right. How did that go?
I didn't go.
What? Really? Why?
Because that Thursday, the day before, there was she had some big family emergency. So I immediately blocked her.
That's funny. I'm done.
You blocked her because she had a family emergency?
Yes, had a family emergency.
You know that's not true. So come on now. Let's go.
I already set reservations, though.
Wait. So you're what? You're just that mad about
you're not mad.
Legitimately, like my family sometimes needs me to drop everything. It's a family emergency situation.
I totally understand. If I'm wrong, that's going to be a shame because she was a dime plus 99. But
normally when people do that means that some shady's going on. They talk to somebody else.
I don't got time.
Or something else. So it just doesn't
wow, you guys really jump to conclusions. Listen. Women are not men. We don't do that. Men do that. Women don't.
No, this ain't see. Look, we got kids. So we ain't got time for that nonsense. We don't got time for that nonsense.
Do you never have a family emergency situation? What if the girl just blocked you if something real big happened with your daughter?
It's no big deal.
That affects my nightly activities.
Pay attention to it. That don't really faze me because I don't pay attention to it. Because see, I'm gonna tell you how I do online dating. It's not real to me, not unless we meet in person. That's it. Other than that, I don't pay no attention. That's just the reality of it.
Other than that, it's just a pen pal.
Yeah, pretty much. Because,
Yep, straight up and down. So, on to the next. Everybody got something lined up for this Friday.
Right. Boom, you move forward.
See, Becky, you forget.
It's the truth, though.
Becky, you forget I am a incredibly good-looking man.
I didn't say I didn't know that.
And I look great in silver. And I'm employed, and I drive a Benz.
I'm finna throw something.
You know what? Honestly, the Benz is kind of a semi-deal breaker for me. I can't do a Benz.
What? You're not even allowed to buy a Benz unless you got a.
She a baller anyway. She can buy one or more if she want to. So
me?
Of course, you got it like that. Anyway, moving on. Let me go ahead and bring this episode in. Yes, fucking exhausting. I'm telling you. All right. What's really good, pastors? Welcome to another episode of Love, War, Challenges. I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart Jr. She is way more than a 7. Come on.
Yes.
Becky, a gift master Bex. What's really good, gang, gang. All right, so now we are on episode 16 of the challenge. What is it called?
Wait, let me.
Lies, Allies.
Ride or dies, you're just doing it on purpose now. But anyway, also so you know, whoever just said that I was, by the way, on YouTube, I do read the messages. And yes, I'm disrespectful to Robert. No, I don't care. And he likes it. So, boom.
No, Robert
you be disrespectful?
He doesn't deserve any respect whatsoever. He's an educator. Educators are the second most disrespected behind Black women. Like, they deserve it. They know they do.
Somebody said it was disrespectful to you. Like, Becky's so disrespectful to Robert.
But that's because Robert has a degradation kink. He likes it. He likes it. Look at him. He's like spitting my mouth. Look at him.
You're so silly.
He likes being a bad boy.
Becky, don't get me started.
Moving on to the episode. We have Fuckface Jordan coming back with Anissa. We got 5 teams left. Anissa Jordan, Bananas Nani, Tori Devon, Mariah Faisal, and Olivia and Horacio. So in the A block really had one theme. But before we get into that one theme, Anissa's talking to Jordan, so happy that she has him. Of course, she's happy that she has Jordan because she knows how solid of a competitor Jordan is, even if he is a kind of a racist fuckface. But she says this feels like a redemption season for her. Agree or disagree? Does this feel like a big comeback for Anissa? I mean, we see what happened for this episode. She does make the final. This is a big comeback for her.
No. I like Anissa, I guess, overall. But she's not what she used to be. At the end of the day, the only reason she's made it as far as she has, I think, opinion-wise, is because she was attached to Jordan for most of the season.
Well, and she showed up in those eliminations.
Well, yes, but then also her team protected her. But I think at the end of the day, I'm saying, in my opinion, I don't think Anissa would have made it. That's me. I think Jordan has been an incredible help to her. I see this more as a Nani redemption season than I see as an Anissa redemption season.
I am inclined to agree with you, Robert.
I don't think it's a redemption season. She still needs to show more, but I think her time has come and passed. And the only reason why she is in it, and I'm going to echo it, is because she has Jordan by her side.
Yeah, I think that it's been incredibly helpful having Jordan. Without him, she doesn't get this far, even though she has more than held her own in these dailies and eliminations. Jordan didn't get there by himself, but let's be serious. Jordan probably would have had a much better season if he had fucking anybody else. If he had a fucking stuffed teddy bear, he might have done just as well.
Imagine him and Naya.
Oh, that would have been.
Oh, that'd been fucking nasty. Nasty. That is a nasty combination.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping when I saw the Ride or Die format and I knew Jordan was coming back, I'm like, oh my God, come back with Naya. Because they have been like that. I mean, obviously, on social media and stuff like that. So I figured that she would be the one he'd burying.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but everything about Jordan and Naya fucking disgusts me to my core. I hate all of it. Everything about it from jump. I don't know if I've been clear on that, but that's how I feel about that. But anyway, moving on. The A Block is dominated by a theme, and this theme is it is what it is. The theme that unites all of this A Block is the fact that, hey, Johnny Bananas has won this thing 7 times. Are we really going to let him skate to a final? Mind you, up until this point, I believe there's only been 2 seasons Bananas has made a final where he didn't go into elimination. He has more than held his own. He has 7. Everybody can just shut the fuck up. But you hear Devin talk about it. Fesu talks about it. Even Horacio jumps in. You know, are we really just going to let him skate to final? And everybody's plotting on him. Here goes a problem that I have with how everybody feels about it. Granted, this is Devin and Tori's first time deliberating and getting the win. And we're going to get into that later. But almost every single one of these teams, Horacio is not included because have they won a daily during this time? I think maybe they won one.
Yeah, like one.
Like one.
1 or 2.
Horacio and Olivia?
Yeah, Horacio and Olivia.
I think didn't they win the first one?
They may have.
Middle, yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is just about all of them have had a chance to take a shot at Bananas, some of them on multiple occasions, and they have not. I don't have a problem with them considering throwing him in now. But don't sit here and say, hey, we're going to throw him in when you guys had ample opportunity to do so. And here goes the main thing is, do you know why they haven't thrown bananas in up until this point of the game?
Been flying under the radar.
That, but most importantly, they were scared to say his name. Bananas does a lot of things. He does a lot of things well. One of the things he does well is win dailies. Now, he didn't win a whole bunch this season, but you can never count him out. Can never count him out. Nobody wanted to make an enemy of him too early. And now here we are the day before the final, and we are where we are. What's your guys' take on everybody's just sudden resurgence of let's not let another champ win?
Okay, I'm gonna take myself out of this, and here's my competitor side of it. They are the dumbest competitors I've ever seen in my life. You let a 7-time champion get this freaking far close to the end of the final where you can smell it, and now you questioning that, oh my God, we have a 7-time champion. But wait, let's pause for a second. Let's rewind. Early on in the season, they had the man credentials on the freaking plaque of the wall, and they was reading the thing. I would have been looking at that thing every day. I said, we voting in Bananas and Nani until they go home. That's how I would have put it. But no. Now, I'm going to take my competitor side on. Here's my take on the thing, looking on the outside in. I think it was the dumbest move in challenge history ever. You let a 7-time champion that's close to winning his 8 get this 4, and you talking about, oh, a 7-time champ is right here. Well, it's too late now at this point, because now you done gave him more power, keeping him late in this game. And even if you throw him in elimination, I'm putting all my stacks with the champ.
I would too, but also remember, at this point of the game, he doesn't have a whole lot of friends. I mean, him and Devin became really, really cool, and we get into that at some point, but he doesn't have
$1 million. I'm sorry, I don't really interrupt. $1 million. That's what it was. $1 million some dollars. That's all you gotta say. $1 million some dollars on Johnny Bananas.
People were too focused on getting rid of rookies versus getting rid of people who could potentially win a final.
They wasn't expecting Olivia and Horacio. I mean, those two have been fucking on fire. An amazing, amazing rookie season. You got to put them up there right with Wes's and the Sarah Graysons. Just fucking amazing how they perform.
Or have they matched or surpassed?
To the challenge in the future. And that's both of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Horacio is obviously the physical standout, but Olivia has more than held her own, and she seemed to have a knack for the political game.
Politics, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she got a strong relationship with, I mean, probably not so much now, but, you know, Nelson is not going to, like, just fucking hate her, you know, forever or whatever. So
if Nelson forget Fessy, he's going to forgive Olivia.
Good point. I mean, there's nothing really to forgive Olivia for. She didn't do anything wrong. But let's go ahead and move on to this daily. Great way you guys talked about the A block, by the way. Moving on to the daily. Today's daily is called Frozen Senseless. Basically, each team has to run to a station, dig under a hole. One person is filling a puzzle. The other person is putting the puzzle together. They have to meet together in the ice bath, and that's when they exchange instructions. Not going to lie. Fucking hated this daily. Hated it. Granted, the stakes were high, and I would give production this. The stakes were high, and we were able to fill it. They did it with the music. They did it with the pacing. I thought they did a very good job with that. But this as the daily right before the final, fuck that. Come on. This was some bullshit. Remember in Rivals when they were all running down with the balls?
Yeah.
That would have been, you know, something like that with a group. Put them all in a mud pit and grab some balls. I'm not saying we need something physical, but this one was not it. Also, it was a mess to watch. Everybody gibbering, jabbering in the ice, and it just wasn't that great to watch. It wasn't super complicated, and I love simple dailies and simple finals because I feel like you get a lot of the best out of them. I was not feeling this daily at all. What was your guys' takes from this daily? Some of your favorite moments, some of your likes and your dislikes.
One word, shrinkage. Ow.
Jesus. Come on, Becky, grow up.
Oh, that's
what?
Funny.
Never. I refuse. But all I could think of was that every single time they were in and out of that pool. I was like, oh, their poor family jewels. But
you know those things can grow in size, right?
no, but I don't know anything. But at the end of the day, I looked at it. I was like, visually, it was okay. It was kind of funny. At one point, I don't know, it was like Mariah and Fessy like leaped into the pool together.
I think he was trying to knock out water, so it'd be
so
like
would it be as
cold.
hot? Yes, I think so too. He was trying to knock out some of that ice.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was kind of a blah, and I agree with you. It should have been more epic. I kind of wish that the one where they were having to see through the bus and they were getting tossed around, that one would have been a really cool kind of right there.
One, yeah.
So
I really like that one.
That's the one I wish it was, and this one was prior to that. So I understand what they're trying to do, and they did shoot it pretty, and it was semi-interesting, but at the end of the day, it was mediocre at best, and definitely not a last daily before a final.
Yeah, I think it was a little weak. The ice bath, that didn't really impress me. I need to actually jump in the ice bath to get my muscle recovery on. It's good with your muscle recovery to jump in the ice bath. So I got to remember to do that for my next race, or my legs are going to be shot the next day. And plus, everybody should be well rested and ready to go for the finals. So they got the necessary recovery they need from jumping in the ice bath, getting those muscles going, and then also talking about the puzzle that they were solving. I was not surprised that Devin and Tori won that daily. I was like, okay, I kind of figured it was going to be between Tori and Devin and Horacio and Olivia. And
really? Because I would have had Bananas and Nani pick to win this one.
No,
but as
not with a puzzle.
No, but as the daily went on, I seen that they wasn't really communicating that well. So
right, and plus the code was throwing Johnny off, and I said, yeah, I give it to those two, especially Horacio. I treat as a wild card. You don't know what you gonna get. Really, he can come either hot or cold. You just hope he gets cold. But overall, they could have did a elimination like rivals, in my opinion. I mean, not elimination. Daily like rivals.
Just about anything else, but Devin and Tori does get the win. I was actually surprised. This was their first daily win for the whole season. As much power as Devin has held, and very undercoverly, even though Bananas can kind of sniff it out. And Bananas can also read the room. He knows that everybody's thinking about, now would be a good time to take a shot at me. I was actually surprised that this was their first daily win. But congratulations to them. Devin and Tori gets the win. So
I mean, Devin and Tori have definitely been relying more on Devin's political savvy, more than daily wins.
100%. Moving on to deliberation, Devin is really torn on voting in Bananas and Nani, and Tori is pretty sure that Fesu is going to be the best vote. If you guys were in Tori and Devin's position, who are you going for?
Bananas and Nani.
Okay.
I agree.
Here goes the thing. Devin and Tori are a good team. They are not even they're barely in the fucking top 3 for me. Fesu is a huge threat. Bananas and Nani is a huge threat to them. And Jordan and Anissa may be their biggest threat in the final. It's been a minute since we've seen Jordan and Bananas in a final. And if Jordan and Bananas in the final, guess what? They're coming in 1 and 2. You're not.
Well,
but you got Anissa though, so Anissa.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Let me tell you
overall,
something.
partner-wise, Johnny ended up with a much stronger Nani than we've seen in the past.
Say what you want about Anissa. And
she doesn't have stamina. She does not have Jordan. The endurance. Period.
The Jordan factor is high. It's high with that man.
But he can't carry her through this. I'll be honest. And honestly, and I hate to say it, and I don't want to be nasty and I don't want to be mean, because I do have an appreciation for Anissa, but she reminds me of Big Easy. I don't think she's going to be able to win through this. I think she's going to end up falling out through this one.
I think that's unfair. She has a much better track record than Biggie.
No,
much better.
No, what did she do in her last final? Let me ask you that. We talking about All Stars now.
I think she got last place.
Okay, last place. Now,
I think, but I'm not sure.
So all of a sudden, she's going to miraculously come in first with Jordan. Really?
With stronger, I didn't say first. Against stronger.
But second would be a possibility.
I doubt that. No, that's not happening.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to count Jordan out. It's like betting against John Jones to a certain degree.
Okay, he's got a well, you gonna lose. Okay, if I had all the money in the world, my money would not go on Jordan.
Neither would mine. But can you count a number 2 out?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm not so sure.
I didn't even flinch when I said that.
Hold on 1 second.
I don't know.
I'm just telling you, guaranteed. You put them in the final. Jordan and Anissa, I don't see them getting first and second, especially we talk about 100-hour final too, from what I understand.
100%. I mean, and I'm going to say this. I like Anissa. I think Anissa is great for the challenge, and I can see her compete all the time. We don't count on her much. We don't count on her much for what she's able to do, but she's able to go in there and do pretty well. You know, I feel y'all would count her out, but paired with Jordan, I wouldn't count out too much. Now let's go ahead and move on to the deliberation. Very interesting deliberation. Jordan and Anissa are told pretty much that they're safe. They are going to be saved pretty much by Tori straight up and down. Horacio and Olivia, they tell them that they think they're good. And you know, they got Horacio in there to save Jordan and Anissa if that happens. Now, Fessel immediately throws Bananas under the bus. Immediately throws him under the bus. And Bananas and Nani, Bananas did something very interesting to me. He kind of leans on his newfound friendship or, you know, broship relationship that he has with Devin, which is incredibly smart. And
are we going to talk about the conversation he had with Wes?
No.
I got to say, hold on. I got to bring up the conversation with Wes because whoever was titling that stuff was just having a good old fucking time.
Absolutely.
Because he kept changing Wes's like title.
But also, what does this do? It brings a good factor into the show. And it also keeps Wes somewhat relevant as being a challenge historian and knowing his stuff on it, you know?
But Wes also gave him pretty decent advice. If you think about it, Wes is like, he's playing both sides. Wes didn't tell him
anything he didn't already know.
But he kind of confirmed it for him.
He knew. Bananas has been doing this longer than Wes. He knows. But at the same time, it's great. It's great for the show, and it's
not like it's going to be a Tony turn, backstab.
And don't get me wrong, I love that Bananas and Wes are, put all that shit behind them. I do think they're stronger together, especially if you get them working together. Jesus fucking Christ,
it's fucking crazy.
If they're able to make friends. And here goes the funny thing is, Bananas has always been able to rely on his people, but Wes has been the best at making new friends. Bananas makes friends with, the new girl who's come in, and he dates them. That's word to Natalie Negrati, who I love.
Facts.
Who I love. And would
Morgan.
love to see her
Facts. I mean,
there's Morgan too.
Right, facts.
Natalie Morgan, he also hooked up with Angela.
Yeah.
The Bad Girls Club, Angela. Melissa, allegedly, also they hooked up too. So let's just be honest, he loves himself some rookie girls. I mean, he hooked up, I think, no, because Camilla wasn't a rookie when they hooked up.
He's been building up a very impressive roster for years.
Of rookie hookups?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Then we move on to club night. Not really a whole lot happens during club night. You got Fessel also still trying to throw Bananas under the boat, trying to make sure he's the main vote. You got Anissa making nice with Olivia. And this just speaks to Anissa's pretty much kind of atrocious political game. It's never been great. That's word to Laurel, who's called her out for it. Not much is going on there. I think but we do get Bananas getting the sense that, like, if Devin's going to make a move, now is a very opportune moment for him, which, is very, very clear. I think it's time to move on to the elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wasn't a big fan of the daily. This elimination was something else. All the challengers come down. Fessel and Mariah are voted down as the direct vote. Tori gets away. Devin doesn't get to take a shot. Good idea or bad idea? What's your guys' take?
I'll let you take the reins, Becky, and I'll come in.
I mean, it was going to be one of them anyway. Like, it is what it is. At that point, that's what they wanted. I mean, Devin and Tori had been talking about having it be Fessy or Bananas. So at the end of the day, they had, a 33% chance that 100%. They would end up,
100%.
As a head-to-head combo.
Because the funny thing is, it's a win for them either way. All of those teams are a danger to them. Nobody has Devin and Tori picked at the number one to win this thing.
I don't find Fessy. I just don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Jordan,
period.
I can see why keeping Jordan around. Jordan's a great competitor, but he has Anissa as a ball and chain. Might as well keep him around because that's almost Anissa will almost guarantee you a third place finish. This was the best case scenario for them. So Fessel or Bananas get voted in. And I think that this was a great choice because not saying Bananas' name buys you a little bit of currency. Bananas was sure to expect himself down there anyway. So didn't really hate it. Rob, what's your take?
I think they should have voted Bananas and Nani in to take a shot because they were the bigger threat than Fessel and
No, I think you're wrong.
Yeah,
they did a mini final. You've seen how Bananas and 90 did. They didn't even finish. You can't
really base that off of what somebody's gonna do in the final. But listen,
it's a mini final, and don't get me wrong, I love these mini finals, especially in the middle of the season. They're great.
Listen. I'm being real. Okay, this is competitive side of me. You cannot base something off of a small sample size, okay? Because number one, we don't know what's going to happen in the final number one. We don't know how many miles it is. It could be 50 miles. It can be 15 miles. It can be 16 miles. You just can't base something off of 6 miles. When it gets over past 6 miles, you need to think about who's going to break down faster. Will this team break down faster or not? I'm taking Johnny and Nani and throwing them down there first because they are the biggest threat. If you got somebody that's won the game 7 times and you keep poking the bear, he's going to mess around and win his 8th title.
All right, Becky.
Either way, either option's a good option. Getting rid of Fessy or getting rid of Johnny.
So the
thing is Fessy, the bigger issue I guess Fessy had was that he, one was, his partner. I think it's more partners thing situation for him, but I don't know. I can't see him winning a final. I just can't. I don't know what it is about me, but I feel like he's going to be one of those people that makes it or gets super close to it and just keeps failing. That's what I'm seeing as a Fessy career. Bugging. That's my personal opinion. I do not know why, but that's a feeling I get just watching him as a competitor and being a fan of the show over the years. That's just what I see for him. Whether or not it's true, I may be wrong. But
you're wrong. But I get it.
No, but he ain't there yet.
But anyway, Johnny is a tried and true. If he makes it to a final, he could possibly win. And with Nani that he has right now as a strong ass partner, and I don't give Nani credit normally because she has been just trash in her previous seasons, but she's been on an upswing, and I think that has a lot to. But she's been on an upswing, but I feel like that's a portion of her being in a stable, healthy relationship with someone who is an athlete,
but even
who
before
is probably.
She was on upswing. War of the Worlds. She was.
But I'm telling you, it's been kind of, kind of with her. It's just been downhill and then kind of plateau and then slightly moving forward. And I attribute a lot of her success to having this stable relationship with Casey. And I think Casey has really kind of helped her come into herself, and is a strong, person kind of pushing her forward. So I see a lot more of a future now with Nani if she continues to push forward and continues to do what she's doing. So I consider Johnny to be a bigger threat because of that, but also with Fessy having Mariah, who is also a very strong competitor. It's a 50-50 shot, and you want either one of them out. So that's just my opinion.
I agree with you. Bananas is always a threat. He's won a shitload of these, and Nani is also solid. So we get down to it. Horacio and Olivia pick the safe sword, and they save Jordan and Anissa.
They said they would.
Yeah, like they said they would. No big surprise there. It's going to be Fessu Mariah versus Bananas and Nani. Let's be serious. The last time Bananas went against somebody who he was fucking, they took him out. Well, actually, take that back. Did him and Natalie actually bone?
They probably did. I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
Natalie?
did that? Yeah.
They probably did. It probably was off camera. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely fake dated.
Fake dated doesn't mean actual fucking.
But nothing. I was like, I only know that they fake date. That's what I was gonna say.
He knocked that down. He knocked that. Ain't no way you not knocked that down. He knocked that down. Let's be real.
All right, moving on. Today's elimination is going to be called Bridget. We've seen variations of this before, but basically, there's a tower, 2 rope bridges. You got 3 pegs, and you have to build a ladder and climb up to the top. Now, even though I wasn't a big fan of the daily, I was a huge fan of this elimination. This is what we call a janky elimination. This is the kind of elimination that you get people like Fessel out and you get people like Jordan out. Even though somehow I believe Jordan will probably still be great at this. But this would be a time to like throw Jordan in to see how it lines up. Janky elimination.
But Jordan has such like cat-like reflexes.
Oh, this guy's so fucking annoying sometimes.
But
I
think Anissa would have failed us if they had been in
100%.
Yeah.
But here goes the thing. I
able to do it.
I absolutely love this. Hold on a second.
Holding.
So absolutely love this elimination. It was filmed well. The pacing was great. It built the
Suspense?
a whole bunch of suspense and tension. It was perfect. I want to talk about your likes and dislikes and how you guys felt about it. But this was great. Nani catching the fucking peg with her feet.
Oh,
fucking money. That is a classic challenge clip. Bessie's big goofy ass just being too big for this shit. Yeah. I remember at some point during the episode, he talked about, oh yeah, Johnny's kind of athletic. Kind of athletic. Don't get the fuck out of here. He's won 7 of these. You lost 2 finals. Shut the fuck up, Bessel. Jesus Christ. But absolutely love the elimination. What was your guys' takes? Some of your likes, some of your dislikes. Talk about it.
I liked Nani being like, shut the fuck up. You're going to fuck me up.
Yo, Zoned In Nani is fucking terrific to watch. Love it. I love Zoned In Nani so much more than fuck whoever I want Nani during the season. So much better.
Drunk and crazy Nani.
Wait. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with this. It's great TV. But yeah, so I agree. She zoned in. She literally told Johnny to fuck off and shut the fuck up. And it honestly reminds me of me when I'm like focused on something and someone's trying to talk to me. I'm like, shut up. I'm figuring this out. And you're getting in my way right now. So I didn't realize that she was a cheerleader, and she said she was a gymnast too.
Yeah.
Or like, and I had no idea that was in her past. So the fact that I think I knew she was a cheerleader. I just didn't know she was like a gymnast. But it's honestly so great to see her excelling in both mental and physical, because her last elimination was mental and this is physical, endurance, strategy. So it's really kind of cool. Watching Fessy just not be able to get up anywhere was hilarious to me. And maybe it's just like that petty mean bone in me, but watching him just struggle was funny to me. Because I was like, dude, you have no balance. You're like a baby deer on there. Figure it out, Mr. I'm so good at everything.
You know, I wish Tyler was here because Tyler would be the first one to say that this shit is obviously rigged to some degree. Or the challenge guy just setting it up.
I love saying that.
Or the challenge guy
picked this specifically for Johnny to win.
Maybe. I think the drawer throws all of that shit off, you know?
I agree.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Right.
You gotta be overall. When you train for these things, you gotta think off the wall sometimes and train for those too. Because it's always a Sky Zone somewhere where you can practice some
Sky Zone.
Yeah, they got this.
Like they do. They're like, yes, I have to practice my balance.
Yes, you gotta practice. So see, I got kids. Anybody got kids know what I'm talking about. You got that little plank there.
Sky Zone is lightweight tough. The toughest part about Sky Zone is if you fall in the ball pit, climbing out of that motherfucker.
Yes, that is hard. You can't get out whatsoever.
Once you climb out,
too big for that.
Your day's done.
Right.
I have a super embarrassing clip for me at Sky Zone.
That's
it happened to me before.
It happened to me too. Oh God!
It didn't happen to me.
You couldn't get out. Literally, I was like, "Why does this thing not have a ladder? This should have a ladder somewhere."
But the ladder is far away. You got to swim through foam to get to that shit.
The place I went to didn't have a ladder. They literally expected me to get my big ass out of that fucking, and it was foam. It wasn't even balls. It was foam.
The foam is the worst.
I was like, and everybody's laughing at me, and the kids are like, "Get out of here! I can't go in because you're in
fucking
there."
exhausting, is what it is.
Like, I hate all of you.
Big facts. Big facts.
And we went to it was another place we went to, and I said I'm sitting out this way because it's the same thing. I said I gotta sit out on this way.
I went to the trampolines after that shit. Like fuck that.
Yeah,
you're like drowning underneath the balls and the foam. Just bury me here.
But I'm sorry to get y'all off track. But anyway, he's got to practice. You got to go in there with that stone cold mentality. He does not have that mentality. His mentality wasn't.
How do you practice
that is
this?
the truth. You got to be.
How do you practice this elimination though?
It's easy.
How do you know that you're going to have this elimination?
I have never done anything like that shit.
I'm gonna tell you this now. When I'm preparing for these sporting races, I'm doing some off the wall stuff because there's some off the wall stuff they got out there that you got to know how to do to get through some of these obstacles. But I'd rather do that than some of the stuff they have on the sporting race, okay? But Fessel is not locked in. I can tell it by the way he is competing against his opponent. Because Johnny clearly went up there with no problem. Nani, the beast she is, she had to start over one time.
Johnny was having problems.
Johnny fell off a couple of times.
Do you see how many times Johnny fell?
But Nani and Johnny figured it out. They didn't panic. They acted like they were there before. Fessel and Mariah, we know Mariah, she's a rookie. She's gonna make rookie mistakes, and I expected her to do that. So I didn't expect them to win at all in this elimination. So it was all Johnny's and Nani's to lose. So hats off to them because they was locked in. Fessel and Mariah, I don't think Fessel. He's not there yet. He don't want it. He don't want it.
I think Fessel is going to be a major challenge player. I do think he has a little way to go. I don't think he's ready to win a final just yet. But come on, winning these finals is hard. Just like winning a Super Bowl. Yeah. You need a lot of pieces to fall into place. You need some experience. I think
you need some luck.
I think Fessel wants it now, but doesn't realize, hey, you got to grind it out a little bit. Got to grind it out a little bit.
He need to run some sporting races, and then he'll be ready.
He has the actual challenge. But as good as this elimination was, Bananas and 90 gets the win. They smoked the boots off of Fessel and Mariah. Mariah did pretty well, but wasn't able to get it done. Fessel had no fucking chance with his big goofy ass. Right. And I like Fessel. But also at this point, I would like to give a big shout out to Eddie B at Wild Migo 90. I am so sorry for spoiling the episode for you. My bad. We were talking on Twitter about Fessy, and I mentioned he got his boot smoke. He's like, dude, I'm like, didn't even see the episode. Yeah, I'm still at work at the moment. And I felt so bad that I ruined it for him. And granted,
it's aired. It's all over Twitter.
I know, but even though I'm on the West Coast, I still watch it on East Coast time. And I did consider that.
Technically, you watch it on Central Standard Time.
Right, basically.
Which is fine
You're
for
using
me,
my stuff.
But I still feel bad for ruining the episode. I have ruined seasons for multiple people. I try to avoid it when I can. But let's go ahead and rank today's episode. 1 to 5 stars. What do you put today's episode? Let's start with you, Robert. I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, let's see what happens.
Wait a minute. He put me on blast again. Okay. I was looking at
just switching it up. Becky always goes first.
Because I'm a lady.
Hold on. Let me think.
I'm loud.
Let me think. Hold on.
Becky, are you ready to go? Or you want to wait for Robert?
I'm forcing Robert to make a decision.
That's right. Force it on him with no consent. Good job.
I'm done.
You're technically the one that forced it on him.
I just asked. And I asked him if he wanted to wait. I'm
gonna give it about a 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah,
any big reasons why?
But just it didn't. I mean, they could have did better on the daily because the ice bath, it was a little weak. We need something either physical or something a little bit more challenging than just an ice bath.
Okay. And Rebecca, what do you?
No.
I'm just fucking with you, Becky. What do you rank?
I'm going to tell this to the world. Legally, on my birth certificate, it says Becky. Do not fuck with me and call me Rebecca. Okay, because I will mess you up. Because my name is Becky legally, not Rebecca.
If I call you Rebecca in person, would you slap me?
I would. Because it's not my name. Who you call it? Who you talking to? Because you're not talking to me. You're talking to some other bitch if you're talking to somebody called Rebecca. Because it ain't me.
Okay, we understand.
Anyway.
Got it.
Anyway, sorry.
1 to 5 stars.
What? Sorry. I give it a 4, actually. And honestly, it's because the daily was blasé that I gave it a 4. But the upswing of watching that, honestly, the elimination is what bumped it up for me.
So
because
amazing.
It was comedic, it was nail biting at the same time as it was just entertaining. Watching everybody's reaction to knowing that they're going to the final and, kind of seeing.
Bananas was hugging 2 people and he looked like I would fucking kill you all when he did it. Love that.
He did.
All of you. But yeah, TJ always was such a trip. And I gotta get a 4. Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. We're both wrong.
Robert's right. 3.5 stars. I did love the final, but the daily was extremely weak. But also the drama side of it was really weak. The whole, hey, well, we're gonna let Banana skate to the final. Yeah, that was cool, but that was all taken up in the A block. The fact that dribbled out into club night, there wasn't a whole lot of drama being produced, and I really blame that on the newbies. You got to know. I get it. You try not to make too much noise, not try to do too much, but you still got to make good TV. This is still the challenge, and that's what I expect. That's exactly what I want. 3.5 stars is the right answer. And even that might be high. The daily was so bad, dropping it to 3 would be understandable.
I mean, the thing with the drama is I think that the newbies didn't want to fake it. I know a lot of times there's lots of drama.
It's a reality TV. We expect you to fake that shit.
I don't like fake shit. I like legitimate fights.
That's
bullshit. This is reality TV.
Outside, I want to see real drama. I want to see real people hating people for real reasons.
The best thing about the challenge is they have probably the least amount of spots and shit for the fake shit. A lot of it is organic, but at the same time, You got to think like Johnny Bananas, and you got to make something happen sometimes.
Producer hat.
Yeah, exactly. This would have been a great time for Olivia and Horacio to do something like that. Like when Anissa comes up to make nice. Guess what? Eviscerate her. You're gonna fuck her up in the final anyway. You don't have to pretend like you're her friend. Call her out for a bad
What
game.
if they're legitimately friends?
They're not.
Oh.
And I don't base that on anything besides what I know from them from TV. So I'm right. You're all welcome. That is the episode today. That is the whole episode.
Like, mic drop.
Exactly. Anything we got to get into before we skate out of here?
100-hour final? Like, holy
Somebody not coming back from this. Somebody not coming back from this.
I did see somebody with a lot of blood that was a little scary. So don't know how that's going to go.
I would be done after
3 days and change.
That's 4 days. 100 hours.
But still, that's long as fuck. And I also think it's really unfucking necessary. A 2-day final is fine.
Let's say the bikes are back. Giving me what is it?
Somebody not coming back from this though.
What was it?
Somebody.
Free Agents vibes.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, where is it? Maybe Nadia will stay on the bike this time.
Now that I got you all here, can we all agree that Free Agents was the best season ever made?
Yes.
100%. Cool. I got it on my Apple TV thing.
Amazing drama.
I'm about to go rewatch it now because I'm always rewatching some old challenge seasons.
Oh yeah.
But all right. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Once again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LWC Podcast. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Love War Challenges. You can copy official Love War Challenges gear at shop.lwcpodcast.com. And make sure you listen to Love War Challenges on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon now, or your favorite podcast app. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart Jr. She is way more than a 7. Becky at Gift Master Bex. This is Love War Challenges. Good night.